Welcome back to the Hockey Show, and today we're talking about game number 3 between the Carolina Hurricanes and the New York Rangers, where the Rags look like they're ready to take the series 4-0 next game as they lead the series 3-0 with a 3-2 win against Carolina. And I gotta say, like, this does not look good at all for the Hurricanes. And it's the same story over and over again in this series. And it's just the issue. It's not even the same story over and over again this series. It's the same issue over and over again for Carolina as a team, where they're a fine-built team where we don't look at them as jokes, right? Toronto is a joke because their fan base is ridiculous and they think for some reason this is going to be the year, even though they roll with the exact same scheme every year. But it's a scheme that fails completely in the playoffs all entirety, right? The Carolina Hurricanes core, right? Now, I'm an idiot because I always won touting them as a champion, right? They're always one of my top picks to win it all before the season even starts, because I love the idea of this team. A team that really has some great top 6 players, amazing bottom 6, and a great up and down offense that's very well put together. A lot of guys who are willing to go grinding and go into the boards and make those big plays and shrug off a hit and make hits happen, skate down the ice, get points on the board, be some clutch players, right? With the defense of guys like Brent Burns and Slavin, like a very, very well put together defensive unit, and then goaltending with guys like Kachetkov and Ronta and Anderson, like all 3 guys who could potentially be any of those goaltenders could be hot enough to be good in the playoffs. They got 3 good options there. And then it all falls apart when they play against a better team where it's their year with all those pieces as well, but better, right? Because even though a team like on paper, I would go with Carolina, as I did. But the issue, and that's mainly because New York, I was worried about some of them actually showing up, but they definitely have. The Rangers are not repeating what they did last year. And the Rangers, their top guys show up. Kreider, Lafreniere, Panarin winning it this game. He had a couple good chances this game as well. Just throughout the series has been incredible. And sure, Svechnikov and Gensel, top guys for the Hurricanes, getting goals on the board, right? But it's everyone, right? And it just shows over and over again in these games, and especially this game, where Carolina's top guys just can't get the job done. And I thought, I loved what they highlighted in the intermission. Usually intermission guys, and especially Biz, has been really annoying me lately with some of the things that he's been talking about. But this game was, I loved what they said, is that one play where Sebastian Aho is on the power play. He has the puck just kind of on the left side, and his shot selection is just horrible, right? And you can see it all day long, right? You're getting Shesterkin to kind of move over here to try to block this side of the net because he's getting screened this way right here. So the only lane for him to see is right here, and he's not going to go over here and give him the open net here. So he's looking over this way, and of course, Jarvis is presenting his stick out here for Aho to maybe potentially shoot it. And then it's just a complete miscommunication, and not just miscommunication, but a horrible play by these top players who are the guys who need to be putting their neck out there. They're 2-0 this series. They're going into this game, if they lose it and they need a goal, their top guys like Sebastian Aho and Jarvis need to get a goal on the board and try to get the series closer with 2-1. So this is a basically do or die game. And this play, power play, in the 3rd period, their decision is Aho to try to shoot it somewhat wide for Jarvis to tip it in. But regardless of that, Shesterkin is standing all across, if this was the post here, he's covering all of this net, except, those little tiny cracks that all goaltenders have. But for the most part, he is covering up this whole side of the net. And Aho shoots it, Jarvis pulls his stick away, and then the puck just goes nowhere. On the power play, where a team like Carolina was so dominant in the regular season with their power play, they need to take a note from the team they're playing against in the Rangers. A power play, you need to move the puck around. You need to get it up to the point, down to this guy, back up here, down to this guy. Move it in and open up those lanes, right? They don't move the puck around enough times. And it's the details, too. And once again, going back to what Biz said, with the defenseman needing to cover up that wall, he knows that this shot from Aho is going that way. If the puck goes that way, it's going to come up this way. Tony DeAngelo being not the smartest and aware defenseman in the world, he sinks back this way, even though the shot is going, there's no way that the puck's going to come back this way towards him. He needs to get over here, and he doesn't. And it's these decisions over and over again by these top players that need to be clutch for their team right now fail the Carolina Hurricanes over and over again. And do you see me saying this about the Rangers? No. The New York Rangers have everything down, especially on the defensive end of things. Defensively, they're, like, first of all, Carolina is putting themselves in a hole because they can't get anything going. But then the New York Rangers aren't sloppy or anything, right? They're not, like, giving up the play. Guys like Jacob Trouba making good plays, Miller, Yada, Lindgren always making good plays defensively. Just multiple guys on this team, and Adam Fox, who are playing good defensive games, good defensive structure, especially on the penalty kill. Because even though the Hurricanes' power play is looking atrocious, their penalty kill is incredible. All the lanes are closed, and it's mainly because Carolina isn't trying to... The whole point of hockey, right? Not even just hockey, but all these type of sports like football and basketball and soccer, right? What your main goal is, and especially if you've played them. If you've played hockey, you get this. What you're doing when you're like dumping the puck, right? The main, one of the most classic plays, right? Dump and chase, right? The whole point is to try to make your opponent make a mistake, right? You get the puck in deep, right, into their zone. It's in their territory. It is up to them to make the decisions to get the puck out of the get out of their zone and go back to your end, right? You give it to them, and then you go pressure them, and you make them make mistakes, right? And that's where you get guys like Tony DeAngelo to make turnovers, right? That's when you get guys like how Boston made Aaron Ekblad make that big turnover in the first period, right? Is you're pressuring him, he's looking for a play, and he's like getting pressured by Coyle from behind. He slips up, loses the puck, doesn't know what's going on. Coyle turns it over. It's a goal going their way. You have to make the other team make a mistake, and the Rangers, first of all, have such a good knit group with Laviolette, making them such a good structured team where you got the Rangers penalty kill. They got the perfect diamond going on to perfectly stop all like the lanes from going cross ice, mainly because the Hurricanes are doing a horrible job of trying to make them go out of play. Get out of position. And it is just all these little details that you watch these games, especially from someone like me. Not that I'm some sort of grandiose, great hockey player or anything, but just from like the basic of hockey player like IQ, trying to watch the game. It's like, yeah, the Hurricanes just aren't generating anything. They don't get these chances. And sure, shots tonight were 47-25, I think. But the Hurricane shots, like some of them were definitely good, but a lot of them, even the ones where people might go like, ah, right? Like people always get a little bit too excited about the smallest of things, right? Where it's just a simple play like Svechnikov, like getting a run a little bit up the ice and just gets a shot on net, which just is eaten by Shesterkin, right? Over and over again, the Hurricanes cannot make any sort of like high scoring chances. They're not getting into like the good areas, not getting those rebounds. And sure, like every once in a while, but like the Rangers are good at eating up the puck. Shesterkin, Igor is especially good at eating up everything. And it's just everything, one thing after another, where the Rangers do everything right with their stars going down the ice, making big plays. Kreider always being set. Like, even a guy like Kreider, right? The speed, he got like a couple of good breakaways. He scored one. His shorthanded one was on the breakaway after the power play of the Canes makes a bad mistake along the blue line where it gets to Kreider. He just skates as fast because he's one of the fastest guys in the league. Skates so hard down the ice, goes backdoor, forehand, backhand on Pierre Kachetkov, and it's just it's these type of plays over and over again where the Canes, like, they are able to get some goals on the board, but just everything is going the perfect game for the Rangers where it doesn't matter if it's close, right? Sure, 3-2 looks close. And this series has been close because the Hurricanes, they're not just idiots, right? This isn't like the Capitals. This isn't like the Maple Leafs, right? Where they're not really a team that belongs in the playoffs, right? The Hurricanes are competing, right? They are making the Rangers have to play smart hockey and play a good game. The issue is that they just the Rangers are kind of like I feel like the best way to put it is that it'd be like if the Rangers are like they're a guy who usually plays like NHL on like Like, he usually plays on, like, Superstar difficulty, and he's playing on All-Star, right? And he might not be the best at the game, but he's used to a hard level, right? He can play up to a hard level and compete, and right now, he's being challenged, but it's not the challenge that really is going to knock him over, right? And nothing is really going to get past him. And right now, that's just how the Rangers are playing. They're playing a good shutdown game, not giving up too many chances for them. And it's just one thing after another where their power play looks good. I know they didn't score one tonight, but their guys show up. Their guys create chances, and Kochetkov was great tonight. He was not the issue. I really wouldn't say the issue with the Hurricanes is the same issue over and over again every year, that they cannot create offense. And for me, I don't know. Once they get swept, I'll make a video about that, but I would say, depending on what they want to do with some of their players, like you're not going to get rid of a guy like Sebastian Aho, but they need some actual goal scorers, right? Sebastian Aho is clearly more of a, like, he cannot be the guy, and he is the guy on this team, right? And I don't know. I don't know what they can possibly do about this. I don't know if, like, they trade for someone. I don't know. I guess, like, Brady Tkachuk, I don't know if there's been rumors about him. Like, I guess there's been people, New Jersey fans are hopeful that Brady goes to New Jersey, I guess. So maybe if he's somehow on the market, a team like the Hurricanes could sweep him up or something. But other than that, like, I don't know where they're going to get a guy to be clutch, go hard to the net, and get those goals in. Because they need someone. I don't know who it's going to be, but they need someone. So the Rangers, they're going to sweep this series. It's going to happen. And I'm more of a Canes fan, so I'm not mad, really, because they're competing. I'm just disappointed. And I know that's ridiculous, but that's just the truth. But that is all I got to say, so thank you for watching this. If you made it this far, please, I am begging you, please subscribe. Please. Just please do it. Anyways, thank you for watching this. Too sweet. Have an amazing day, and ta-ta for now.